Thank you, Mrs. President, guests, and Regional Director. Protege is not to be confused with prodigy. A prodigy is a person, especially a young one, endowed with exceptional qualities or abilities. A protege is a person who is guided and supported by an older and more experienced or influential person, meaning it can be someone you have never met. Let me start with those who took me under their wing as their protege, who taught me life lessons and prepared me for challenges. Hindsight has shown me my privilege was and is based on. As a 12-year-old, barely able to see the chalkboard in class and falling behind my grades on my report card, after a spring break of chopping firewood, James brought me some expensive glasses while he continued to teach me many things. Even when my body was sore from picking up or rolling hundreds of wood chunks, Jim reminded me of my goal, getting glasses to see in class. He was a computer programmer who introduced me to AutoCAD LT. Being able to see and armed with the knowledge of AutoCAD, it gave me a slight edge in my high school's architecture class. During an architectural contest, it was that knowledge he shared with me and his never quit attitude that helped me get an honorable mention. Additionally, my grades improved as well. In college, while getting my mathematics degree, my grades were the last thing on my mind. It was not until Zeta, or Z as we call her, invited me into Phi Theta Kappa at EPCC. That moment woke me up. Intelligence is a frame of mind. She helped me realize my potential. I believe around 30 students or so were Z's proteges, such as a future neuroscientist, a nurse, and teachers, to name a few of her prodigies. She introduced me to highly critical thinking and inspired me to go outside my comfort zone. Taking Z's advice, jumping way outside of my comfort zone and taking center stage, after greatly stumbling and stuttering through a long speech to get votes to become president of Phi Theta Kappa, after a brief 10 minutes or so, a majority of the 30 students of my peers believed enough in my leadership abilities. I was elected president of Phi Theta Kappa. Z pushed me and Jim taught me to never quit. I attribute that accomplishment to them. The third person that I am a protege of is the Reverend and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Even though he was before my time, through his unforgettable words, his thought-invoking speeches, and his extraordinary book, Why We Can't Wait, they have left a profound effect on me. He taught me red, yellow, black, and white, they are precious in His sight, is not just a song from my youth, but an emphasis that still today hatred and divisiveness is rearing its ugly head. But as the Reverend stated, we shall overcome, because the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice. When it comes to sustainability, two architects inspire, teach, and guide me. Tom Main of Morphosis and our very own Mr. Main's sustainable and beautiful designs are amazing due to the clout he has on transforming buildings into environmentally energy efficient edifices. Going on a tour through his office blew my mind, but it also taught me that he's not a starchitect per se, but dedicated to his craft. Nithra plucked me out of obscurity. She introduced me to toastmasters, walked me through daylighting and insight, and has worked with me on dozens of energy modeling projects. Nithra must do a lot of yoga during lunch breaks because she is a particularly patient person. Many mentors have affected my life for the better, but No one has taught me as much as my wife and 3 daughters. They teach me every day what love is, what patience is, and continue to push me to be a better husband, a better father, and drive my passion for sustainability, for the betterment of their future, and for all mankind. Being a protege under the tutelage of these exceptional people who helped prepare me for the pressures that I have faced and will face, rigorous and seemingly never-ending studios, participating in erudite extracurricular experiments, learning that fighting for social, economic, and environmental justices is the moral thing to do. As Martin Luther King Jr. said, the time is always right to do what is right. I will never stop learning, and most importantly, never stop doing what I feel is best for the planet and my family. If you like this speech, please check out my other videos. Thank you all so much for your time, and stay safe.